Welcome back to the January Transfer Spectacular. This is part 3 where we're talking about...
I don't know what we're talking about.
Attackers. We've
done
right, defenders
okay,
and midfielders. What else is it going to be?
I'm
subs. Obviously it's attackers.
Pissed.
Gas, head's gone.
I've had 2.
Right, we'll try again. Welcome back to part 3 of the January Transfer Spectacular. We're talking about...
Attackers.
Nailed it. Right. Comparatively, I'm talking the massive clubs, your traditional powerhouses. How good is our attack, Dave?
It's all right. We've scored 35 goals in the league. 11 fewer than City and 12 fewer than Chelsea. I think in terms of creating chances is our issue. Maybe not scoring the goals, it's creating the chances. 204 chances in the Premier League. Yeah. That's 96 behind Man City, so it's something that we could really improve on. And I think with our midfield, that would help us with the wingers. Playing a 4-3-3 like Gaz says, I think we should definitely get on that, or potentially that 4-4-2 diamond. But I think our strikers have done all right. But what potentially our problem that we do have is we have too many number 9s. Right. 3 number 9s, Rooney, Falcao and Van Persie, and we need to cut one and we need to make a decision.
Okay, go on, you, over there.
If I had to make that decision, I'd cut Van Persie, to be honest. I think our strikers are fantastic. I think the players that we have, Falcao, since he's come in, what he's shown, obviously he's coming back from his injury, but his all-round players looked good, and he scored a goal, he scored 3 goals rather, and he's looked strong and clinical as he gets into the game a little bit more. And when he plays in that box, for his goal against Everton, for example, that goal came because he didn't have Van Persie next to him in the box or whatever. That was his area. And I think if we make him our number 1 striker, he can blossom. It doesn't look like Louis van Gaal's going to keep him, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah. So I may as well get over it now.
We all liked what you said, all of us. We enjoyed it. It was interesting. But the question, Gaz, if you could answer it, like Dave did, was how good is our attack comparatively to the rest of Europe?
It's one of the best.
I think it's
one of the best on paper.
And our
I think, like I said before, if we had good wingers playing, creative wingers playing that were actually going to play good balls in and create something for the strikers, then Falcao and Van Persie wouldn't be getting as much stick as they've got this season.
Gaz, scale of 1 to 10, how excited were you when you heard United were signing Falcao?
8, because I wanted other players in other positions, but it was still quite exciting to have a player like Falcao.
Adam?
I was off the scale, mate, because...
Absolutely off the moon.
Yeah, ridiculous, wasn't it? This guy. How do you feel now?
I want Shawcross.
He's only got a few goals. We don't know whether he's going to be staying. Do you want him to stay?
Yeah.
I think Adam made a great point of how he is, when he's been in Europe, he's played as a striker on his own. Yeah. And he's scored 3 goals every 4 games. That's his average. It's absolutely brilliant. But I think, personally, I think we should potentially not take the Falcao option. Get some younger players in there, some younger blood, someone that's exciting. I think that's what we need again. I think our strikers are too stationary. They don't work enough. Yeah. I think we need that. We need our pressing from the front again. I don't think Falcao, Van Persie are going to, or Rooney anymore, are going to be able to do that. We've got one striker who works enough. James Wilson.
Is he good enough to be playing?
I think so. Yeah.
So who?
I think he should be given the opportunity to do so. What?
He's getting games, to be fair. It's not like he doesn't ever play.
He has been getting games, but...
No one's giving him the ball. He's made so many good runs, and nobody has just tried to pick him out.
It's difficult to judge these strikers when they've not been given the creativity that they deserve. Like I said in one of the previews, and you laughed at it, but we may as well have Peter Crouch up there because the way we've been playing football, we're more suited to a player like that up front. We're not suited to quality strikers like Robbie Van Persie, Falcao and Rooney. Rooney's playing in midfield. Why? He's one of the best strikers.
Dave will tell you that.
I think with James Wilson is he's got to play wide left.
We've got him on board.
He's got to sort of do what Robin Van Persie did at Arsenal when he was coming through. Play wide, learn your trade, and then do it. Because against Yeovil, I thought his best points were when he was coming wide, taking people on. In the youth teams, he was playing for that, wasn't he?
Like a lot of size and stuff, and it wasn't just because of James Wilson. It was because all of our wingers seemed to get there in front of the man, and then no, I'm not gonna try and burn past him and beat him and get to the byline. I'm going to just cut in and pass it to someone on the edge of the box. So that, again, it's the way we've been playing. We've not been getting the most out of our strikers to be able to judge them. But I do feel Robin Van Persie hasn't done enough for me. His movement around the pitch hasn't been good enough. He doesn't run into channels or anything. And that's why I always pick Falcao, because whenever I watch him, he makes those movements. He looks like he wants the ball. He looks like he wants to get a chance. He doesn't care if he has to drop deep to get it or, go out wide a little bit. And he wants to play football for Manchester United. Robin Van Persie, when he first came to the club, he wants to play football for Manchester United. And I'm seeing the same thing from Falcao. The only thing is, Louis van Gaal's hankering for Robin Van Persie, whatever it is, seemed like it's going to force him out of the club, and I'd be gutted at that because we're losing, for me, the best number.
The fangirls are going to murder you.
Yeah. So, Gaz, we've got 3 players over 27, 28 years old, like they're all about 29, aren't they? Van Persie in his 30s, experienced, world-class, at their best centre forwards, and then we've got an especially inexperienced young man in our 4 attackers. Do you think we need someone in the middle there, maybe to replace one of the older players?
Do you reckon that we had one that we just sold, or what? Yeah, I was going to say.
Do you think he was good? I mean, someone's just broken something.
I liked Danny Welbeck.
Everybody liked him,
And
but we're talking about
again, lads?
we're talking about challenging Bayern Munich. We're talking about challenging Real Madrid. We're talking about we want Manchester United to be the ultimate European force in football. So to say I like Danny Welbeck, that doesn't get you there. Do you think Danny Welbeck was that player to put us in that position?
With the right partner, he could have been.
Dave?
He showed in Europe against Real Madrid, best team on the pitch, best player on the pitch, sorry. I think he's one of those players that's functional, he's a Park Ji-sung. But Danny Welbeck will eventually score goals. He's just got to improve his finishing. Still an issue, but...
I'd say Danny Welbeck was the best player on the pitch against Real Madrid because of his tactical awareness, how he took instruction and what he did. That wasn't because of how well he played as a striker. And I think that's ultimately why Louis van Gaal probably let him go. I love Welbeck, I really do, and he was one of my favourite players when he was here. I was gutted when he let him go, but James Wilson's better.
Okay, we're going to move on now.
Big shout.
Falcao leaves in the summer. I'm putting you in a scenario. That's not happened. Falcao leaves in the summer.
Don't do that.
Who do we sign? What's the replacement? That leaves us with 3 attackers. We need somebody else. Who do we get?
Lacazette.
That
Lyon striker, top scorer in France. Scored 19 goals this season. He's absolutely on fire. Can take people on. He's quite short. He's quite stocky. Only Ronaldo scored more goals domestically in Europe this season. I think that he could be someone that could step into the Premier League and absolutely tear it up.
I want Falcao.
Falcao's gone, Adam.
No, I want Falcao.
We haven't signed him.
I don't think...
You were only out of 10, mate. He's gone.
No, but you can't... We wouldn't let him go. Why would we let him go? Why would we let him go to go and get someone else?
Because he's played 5 months of football. He's scored about 3 goals. He's going to cost £50 million. So Louis van Gaal says, you know what?
But he's proven more than any other striker.
I also hope Louis van Gaal's doing all this stuff to lower his value at the same time.
This is a situation. this is
a little trick.
This is a hypothetical question. Louis van Gaal announces in the morning, Falcao will not stay. I don't like him. He took a dump in my private dressing room. He's gone. Who do we sign? Who do you want us to... Right, this is ridiculous. Do you think we need to strengthen our attack in the summer, regardless of Falcao?
I'd say so, yeah. I think we need maybe a 10 again, someone that can spring things into life. I think lad at Leverkusen, Hakan Çalhanoğlu, another player that we could bring in. He's called...
Say that again.
Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Scored 15,
mouthful, isn't it?
15 goals in the last 2 seasons in the Bundesliga, 7 goals from direct free kicks. So he's someone that could give us that option at set pieces. His technique is brilliant. He scored some fantastic goals. I think he's someone that he could fit in quite nicely at Man United.
Remember when I said we're just talking and Dave actually knows? When he said Hakan Çalhanoğlu, he proved that, I think.
I've heard of him, mate. I know all about him. He won me the Champions League on Football Manager. Don't worry, he's min.
Gaz, do we need to strengthen?
No, because Falcao's staying.
Right, but so you're happy with that though?
Yeah.
If Falcao goes, I think we do need to strengthen.
They're just not getting the support.
Because then there's question marks over Robert Van Persie. Does he want to leave in the summer? He may do. Who knows? Then we'd only have Rooney and Wilson. So yes, we'd need to strengthen. I would like us to keep Falcao. If I'm honest, if Falcao doesn't stay and he goes, then I don't know.
We'll end this with a simple question. You can sign one player for Manchester United this January transfer window. Dave, who is it?
Laporta.
Go on.
Mats
Hummels. 2 defenders so far.
I'll go with Hummels as well.
Boring. Just copy Adam.
No. It's what everyone's saying, isn't it? Mats Hummels.
That before, is it, Sam?
What are you trying to say, mate?
You copy me all the time, mate.
We're going to end this with a fight.
How come you're 13-2 down then?
14-2.
14-2.
Hey, Gaz.
He copies my notes.
Right, that's the end. Thank you very much for watching. We hope you've enjoyed the January transfer spectacular. The name will catch on. That was the 3rd part. If you've just seen this, we've recorded 2 other parts about defenders and midfielders. Make sure you watch them. Squawka Dave is all over Twitter, and he does Squawka. Have a look at that. Adam, well, he's here, isn't he? Gaz, you got anything going on?
Not really, no.
Nope, nothing. Thank you very much. Have a lovely evening. Subscribe to Full-Time Devils. Like the video and enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you're doing.
So I think open play, Juan Mata, in terms of his creativity, it isn't quite there. In terms of, you're looking at other players in world football, you like, so Luka Modric, Toni Kroos.